We are following the guide of RDT to set up the plugin, and we are going to proceed to add a message listener. So in this guide it explains that you need to select which object you're referring to. So I'm inside of the serial controller script, and in the inspector I choose who is the message listener. And now next step is to set up a script that is going to be the message listener. And here you have a piece of code that you can directly copy and paste. So instead of cube, I select that the message listener of the serial call script is cube. And I also have to go inside of my assets folder and create a scripts folder inside of this structure. We're going to create a new script, and whatever name we use is the one that will be included inside of the file. So right now I called it my listener instead of my message listener, just to demonstrate. And I paste the code that I got from the PDF. So I'm going to go ahead inside of Unity, see my listener, press play, and we look at the console, but actually it's full of errors because I didn't link them. I have the script that is a correct one, I hope, but when it gets to cube, it looks at message listener cube, but cube doesn't have an associated script called my listener. So because of this, and here is explained, that you should associate the script with your object. So what I have to do is I need to go over here, make sure that cube is where it's going to be looking for the message listener, and then I need to go to my project, find the script I just created, and drag it on cube. So that, well, if you drag it correctly, that will make it appear. There we are, my listener. Let's try again. And now in the console, we should be able to see a log that, yes, it's different than before. Now it says arrived something. So let's look at the script. Where is that information coming from? Then the editor here, it says debug.log arrived. I'll change that slightly so we see where is it coming from. So I save the file, then I go back to Unity and we press play. We are a little bit patient and we see we just got 1, and I press the button, we just got 0. So it's working. From Arduino to Unity is sending the information. So something to keep in mind is that, let's say that if I am also simultaneously in Arduino and I have a serial monitor activated, see my 1s and 0s are there, if I press play in Unity, it will not work because of how the OS handles the port. It will just refuse to connect. So that's something to keep in mind. If you see that kind of error, go and check if anything else is using the port. So I just close the Arduino serial monitor. And now let's try to do something with those 1s and 0s. I'll declare a game object. I'll call it cube modifier. And here I copy paste that thing. Let me see. I'll put game object find cube, and I'll call a cube modifier I was saying. And now every time I say we just got a message, I want to do something with that message. So let's do the cube modifier dot game object dot transform dot translate, and then between parentheses vector3 dot let's see, well, let's move forward, times time dot delta time times, I mean when I say times it's a star, right, And we need to transform the message that is a string into a number. That's why I use, instead of message, I do a float.parse and between parentheses message. You saw that the autocomplete was sending whatever other name that's like broadcast something. So that wouldn't work, right? I need MSG. And when I press play, it moves forward except that I press the button. So if I release, it moves forward except I release the button. And maybe I want to change this slightly. Let's call it speed. And let's declare a float speed inside. And we parse there and we multiply by 100. We change it to translate and we see a cube rotating. This is the code I will share.